This girl was on a camping trip when she took a live photo with her friends to send to her mom. But when she looked at the photo, a dark silhouette appeared behind them as the light faded. They immediately turned around, but no one was there. They were terrified, with no clear explanation for the shadow. What was behind them? Philly and Keely are known for exploring the world from their van, and after 6 years on the road, they thought they had seen it all. Until one cold night in Greece. They had parked near Meteora, expecting nothing more than a quiet evening under the stars. But, after dark, strangers emerged from the bushes.
No! What are you shining your light for? No! You're not police!
Flashing lights, pretending to be police. Then, someone tried to open the door. This wasn't just a robbery. They knew someone was inside, and still tried to force their way in. Philly hit the gas, and didn't look back.
Alright guys, we parked up significant distance away from that other park up, but what can I say?
I'm really annoyed. Guys, the thing is for me, right, is the absolute audacity that they kept trying to get in the van and kept demanding that we open the van to them. And I'm like, what was their plan? Did they have a weapon? Were they trying to, like, how were they planning to steal everything while we were both here? Like,
well, I think we just did the right thing. We just jumped in and drove away, so... It's just annoying because it's something that it does kind of set you back, especially us as well, because this has happened to us quite a lot and we did actually get robbed. And it's just annoying because we've always had that fear in our heads, and when something like this happens, it just brings everything right back to the surface. And then there's going to be a healing process that's going to just take time before you feel safe in the van again, you know.
But there's so many of our friends have never experienced anything, have never had attempted break-ins. I don't know what it is that we exude that this van looks very breakable-inable, but...
Later, shaken, they realized just how bad it could have gotten. A man was hiking through the Scottish countryside when he noticed an odd woman standing alone in a desolate field. Her movements were slow and strange, almost ritualistic, like she was calling out to something, or someone. He started recording, wondering if he could be witnessing a witch, especially given Scotland's deep history with witchcraft and recent eerie encounters. Or was it just someone performing, cosplaying, or maybe someone mentally unstable? He described the moment as deeply unsettling and left right after filming. On August 23, 2013, during a camping trip near Twin Falls, Idaho, two men attempted to parachute jump from the I.B. Perrine Bridge. But mid-air, things went sideways. One man's parachute failed to deploy properly. He veered dangerously toward the rocky riverbank. Thankfully, he missed it by seconds and plunged into the river instead. Still, the landing was brutal. He was rushed to the hospital, and despite the violent fall, he somehow survived with no life-threatening injuries. In a quiet corner of a California forest, a trail camera captured something deeply unsettling. A masked figure suddenly appeared, right in front of the lens. Then it seemed to shift to the side, almost instantly. It might have been just a person in a costume, but what were they doing, alone, masked, and deep in the forest? Even stranger, the figure seemed to appear in multiple spots, without any sign of movement in between. Was this footage edited by the owner? While hiking alone, Instagram user Smithereens captured something deeply disturbing. He had a gut feeling that someone or something was following him. At first he brushed it off, but then he turned his camera toward the trees.
Come out. Come out from behind the tree, I see you. Okay, we gotta go.
Behind one of the trees, a pale figure can be seen poking out. The moment he noticed it, panic took over, and he bolted. The clip ends with him running. There's no follow-up, but since the footage was uploaded, we can assume he made it out safely. Still, the question remains, what exactly was watching him from the trees? While exploring the remote mountains of Romania, a hiker unknowingly captured something strange on camera. It wasn't until he got home and reviewed the footage that he noticed it. Just behind a pile of twigs stood a figure, one that eerily resembled a primate. Whatever it was, the man was lucky, because despite being so close, nothing unusual happened. Or maybe it was just pareidolia, the mind seeing something that wasn't really there. But what if it wasn't? On November 24th, 2021, the couple behind the account Follow Pete and Ash set out on a peaceful retreat to a cabin in the woods. But while filming a video for their followers, something strange happened.
I'm just walking through the woods.
You're very graceful.
I mean, I'm trying to record and walk at the same time. What?
You hear that?
No.
Listen.
Is that footsteps? Do you see anything?
No.
At first, they brush it off, until they spotted this.
What the fuck is this?
Ash, from here.
What? What is it?
Yeah, this is.
Pete, look at this.
Follow them? What does that mean?
I don't know, but we should really get out of here. We gotta get going.
Moments later, they heard a chilling sound echo through the trees. They turned back fast. Unfortunately, there was never a follow-up to the video, so whatever or whoever was out there that day remains a mystery. In the fall of 2024, during the final visible nights of a passing comet, a biker set out in search of clear skies. Hoping to capture the moment on video, they filmed along the way. The comet never appeared to the naked eye, but the camera kept rolling. Later, while reviewing the clips, something strange showed up. A fast-moving shadow briefly crossed the screen. The biker had been alone, and the shadow, unseen in real time, had no clear source, and it didn't look like a finger. He's still baffled by what it could have been. Josh, from the channel Exploring with Josh, and his crew ventured into the decaying remains of the Orlando Sun Resort, once a luxury gateway just outside Disney World. What they found was far from glamorous.
Like, absolutely. This is just like, I've never seen anything like this. Holy crap, that is insane. Dropping legit nukes. There's a baby cradle or just over there. Look at this place. This one says Ghost 666. All these walls were just glass. That's why. Just all glass. It was just see-through glass. Just figured that out. But yeah, like I said, you can see it's like so weird how there's some with beds and TVs. You can just look right in, but we're gonna keep walking in and walking through. I mean, look at this. Someone's dumping their tires. Probably a company. They didn't want to pay to dispose them, so they dumped them here. It's totally illegal. I guess this is where people practice their graffiti to get good. I don't think I've ever seen an abandoned place so destroyed from before in my whole life. Oh my God, I remember this. This was nothing like when I came here. And me and Rob and everyone was like, wow, this is so cool and this is crazy. And I would walk in here right now if I didn't know where I was. I would not think I'm at the same place. I swear to God, I would not have even known. I'm glad I went years ago, guys. This is why we protect our places. This is why we protect our abandoned places, because this is really actually insane. Wow, like normally, explorers, I would not film this place, I swear, but I mean, with the history and everything about it, and then me actually coming here before, This is 100% worth it.
Crumbling walls, graffiti-covered halls, illegal dumping scattered across the property. Later, they launched their drone, and that's when things took a dark turn.
Guys, right now there is people with a U-Haul truck and their dog loading up stuff from this property as we speak. Look at this, I'm zooming right in on them with the drone flying over there. I shouldn't be doing this, we're not gonna go over there though, but oh my God, I can't believe this.
The drone picked up a group of people lingering around the property, and one of them was carrying a machete. Not long after, the same men were approaching them.
Oh my God, all right, yo. So from your perspective, what happened?
Yeah, that dog would have probably attacked us, but I made the right choice. I know a lot about dogs, and I said just to keep looking at it, don't turn your back on it. Because when we turned our back on it, it was literally trying to like go behind Adam and like.
Oh shit, they're coming. They're coming. Yeah, those are the guys with the dogs. All right, yeah, let's get the out of here.
How do we get out?
I don't know. So I don't know if you've seen it just a while ago. Yeah, the guy went to get his dog from, because obviously I filmed them doing illegal stuff with the drone. So yeah, I mean, we already filmed everything we needed, but we're getting the hell out of here. But yeah, the two people with the dog, I don't know if I showed it really quick or not, but it was right where the guy at the white car. All right, so this person's fine. Yeah, we're fine now. I don't know. It's just they could be anywhere right there where they were walking. So we have to be careful about anything over there. Hang on, they're after us. That, we're getting out of here. Sorry. Fuck. The two guys are on the other side with the dog. I wanted to interview her. I had money. Yeah, actually, if you want to come to us, just out of here. I want to interview you, if I can. Hang on. Yeah, because, so... Oh.
No, we're out of here, man. I'm not messing around.
All right.
Those guys are coming.
Oh, they're coming over here, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. All right, never mind. If she comes, I want to interview her, ask her about the spot, but this is getting too... Oh, shit, they're running here. They're running. They're running, bro. They're all running here. This is crazy.
These guys are charging towards
Oh, they're
us.
running. They're running. They're running. Yo, I'm running out. Yo, I'm running. You ready? We're running. He's running after us. We're running. This ain't no joke, actually.
The crew didn't wait to find out what would happen. They ran. Fortunately, they made it out safely. Turns out the place wasn't haunted, but humans are way more dangerous than ghosts. A local villager went out to check his fields, but returned with a chilling story. He claimed a dark, blurry figure passed by him and even brushed against his skin. He felt as though something evil had tried to enter his body. When he checked the security camera, it confirmed what he'd seen. They say the moment shook him so badly, he vanished from public life, and no one's seen him since. But I couldn't find anything to back that up, so once again, the truth remains unknown. Malene, a van lifer who travels solo and shares her journey online, had spent a few quiet nights near a remote hot spring. Trucks came and went, nothing too crazy, but one snowy night things turned eerie.
For the last couple nights that I have been at that hot spring, there have been trucks like coming and going, and I haven't thought much of it. I was like a little bit weirded out because last night there was a truck that was like kind of being weird. He would like park for a little bit and then drive around and then park and then drive around, like being really loud, and it kept waking me up. That's why I remember it so well. And he would like leave his headlights on, which are really bright out there because it's super dark, but I was like, whatever, like he's not bothering me. Then another truck comes. I don't know if it's the same person or if it's a different person, but a truck comes. I'm like, whatever, maybe this is just like what they do. So I let Athena out to go to the bathroom, and then when I let her back in, I hear like really loud talking, and I'm just thinking like, oh, like, I don't know, there's these people talking out there. But then I start to like listen to what he's saying, and he's like yelling, and he's like, are you scared? You should be scared. Are you spooked? You should be. Like, but like in a really mean voice and like really loud, because I can hear him and he's not that close to me.
A man began circling her van, driving recklessly in the snow. So she grabbed her keys and took off. But her GPS wasn't any help.
I was just so nervous. I just like put in the GPS like rest area and just clicked the first one that I saw. It's dark, so I don't really recognize the area. Like I tried to go back the way that I came, but I didn't really recognize where I was going. So I go 3 miles down this like random road, and there's these potholes, and I don't notice them right away, and it's too late by the time I notice them, and I bottom out so bad that my spare tire falls off of my van. And then I reach where I'm supposed to turn onto the freeway, and there's a fence. It's fenced off. So I have to turn back around.
Scared and lost, she kept driving, dodging dead rabbits scattered along the road. Overwhelmed, she broke down in tears. It felt like a never-ending nightmare. Luckily, she eventually made it out safely. 2 men were hiking near a mountainside when they noticed a glowing orb hovering silently just above the hilltop.
A la verga, cayó un ovni, plebe, cayó un ovni. A la verga, ¿dónde está? Allá arriba, güey. Un platillo volador. Un platillo volador, cadera. Ahí va Sebastián a verlo. Allá va. Va por acá, güey. Dale, pues se cayó un ovni, plebe. Guacha esa madre. A la verga, a la verga. Un platillo volador. Guacha esa madre, un platillo volador, plebe. Nunca he visto un platillo volador tan sequita. Juguen ustedes, guacha. Y no andamos alucinando, ¿Qué es eso? ¿Tiene un platillo volador? Platillo volador, a la verga esa madre, qué pedo, güey. Allá baila, güey, guacha. Algo trae esa madre, guacha, esa madre, güey, qué pedo. Agárralo, güey. Nunca he visto un ovni tan cerquita a la verga, plebuta, no mames.
It wasn't blinking or moving, just floating there, almost waiting. The man ran uphill to get a better look, but just as they reached the top, the orb shot straight into the sky and disappeared without a trace. It didn't fly, it vanished. No smoke, no engine, nothing to push it upward. It was hard to deny that it felt like something otherworldly, unless it's been edited. A group of campers were searching for a place to set up when something strange caught their eye. A tiny hand reaching out from a hole in the ground, almost as if it were desperately trying to grab something. They moved in closer to get a better look, but just as they did, the hand slipped back into the darkness. No one's sure what kind of creature it was. It didn't look like a raccoon's paw or anything they recognized. Does it look familiar to you? Late one night, YouTuber Chris Javier was filming a casual vlog around his Airbnb when something odd began to unfold. Standing beneath a streetlight, he suddenly felt like he wasn't alone.
And what the freak? You guys saw that? You guys saw that, right? What the? You guys, I know you guys just saw that, right? I kept blinking. What the hell? And it never does that. Look, it just went out. It just went out. It doesn't do that at all.
The light above flickered for no clear reason. Curious, Chris tested if it might be reacting to him. And strangely, it did.
Turn on. Let me see if it turns on. Will it turn on for me? What the heck is going on? You can see it has a little light into it too. Right there. Just a little bit. Oh my gosh, you guys. This is creepy. I'm just gonna go over here real quick. Now it's not even turning off. As soon as I just said something about it, it turns off. What the hell?
Every time he spoke, the light responded. Then things got stranger. From the same alley he had just walked past, a disoriented man emerged, talking angrily to no one.
See, that's him. You see him behind me. Yes, you guys see him behind me. He's right there. What the fuck? You guys, he's like coming towards me. I am not liking that.
Chris stepped back unsettled. The man followed him briefly, then went back under the same flickering light and began spinning wildly. Chris wasn't exactly thrilled about spending the night there, but he didn't have much of a choice. Luckily, he left first thing the next morning. In 2009, while hiking in the Colorado mountains, a man captured something truly strange on camera. In the distance, behind a line of trees, a dark brown figure can be seen. The man believes he may have caught a Sasquatch on film. What makes it more compelling? The area is known as a hotspot for Bigfoot sightings, adding weight to the claim. Curious, the hiker returned to the spot where the figure had been standing. All he found was a pile of straw. Could Bigfoot have been staying there? Or was it just a trick of the light, creating the illusion of something that was never really there? While enjoying a quiet day in nature, this man got the shock of his life. He came across a snake with 2 full heads, slithering across the ground. The condition is known as bicephaly, similar to conjoined twins in humans. It's been seen before in snakes, turtles, even lizards, but it's still incredibly rare. In some cultures, creatures like this are seen as omens, a sign of bad luck or coming misfortune. This hiker was deep in the woods when he came across something unusual. A strange structure hidden in the trees. It looked like a cave, carefully crafted from branches woven together with purpose. Who or what could have built this out here? Some say it was just a hunter's hideout, but others aren't so sure. They believe it could have been made by Bigfoot, a place to rest or to hide. So what do you think? Was this just a man-made shelter, or could the legendary creature have lived here? In August 2023, Dan from Dan's Van Life was camping deep in the Colorado wilderness with his dog, Cassie. After finding a quiet place to park, he stepped out for a short walk with her. Moments later, this happened.
It's like horse poop. There's either a moose or a horse right outside of the van right now. And he just made a scary noise. Or a bear. Holy shit. There's a bear right outside the van. Hey, bear! He's huge. He's huge. If I wouldn't have said something, he was gonna go in the van. If I wouldn't have hollered, hey bear, he was about to walk his way right into the van.
Dan spotted it just in time. It's a good thing he brought Cassie with him. If he'd left her inside, things could have ended very differently. Fortunately, they spent the rest of the night safely locked in the van. A TikToker was staying near a remote South American cemetery with his family. One night, they decided to check it out. But while recording, something terrifying happened.
Elizabeth, ¿estás aquí?
Mira, 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 mira. Va a salir, compa. Mira, mira cómo se mueve, mira cómo se mueve. Mira.
Está moviendo la tierra.
Mira, si quieres, véale de frente para decir, mira más, mira, mira. Te enseño, amigo. Mira.
Elizabeth, sal.
Está manifestando, güey.
Sal, Elizabeth. ¡Un!
Cuidado, cuidado. Mira, fui.
¡Un!
¿Elizabeth?
Se está moviendo.
¿Quién salió, Elizabeth?
Mira, se está moviendo.
Mira,
Se está moviendo.
The soil on a gravesite began to shift unnaturally, like something beneath was trying to claw its way out. The clip quickly spread online. Some believe it's solid proof of a real paranormal event, or someone buried alive. Or maybe it was just an animal crawling underground. Anyway, it's truly terrifying. These two guys were walking outside at night. Everything seemed normal, until you noticed something off in the background. Behind them, someone or something peeks out from a nearby building. Unfortunately, not much context was shared with the footage, which raises the question, was this just a hoax, or did they accidentally capture something real? Some viewers are convinced it's a duende, a mischievous little creature from folklore known to lurk in the shadows and play tricks on those who cross its path. So what do you think? A prank, or something more mysterious hiding just out of sight? While driving late one night, a man spotted something unsettling by the side of the road. Someone or something stood in the dark with bright, glowing eyes. But the figure didn't look human at all. People who've seen the footage can't agree on what it was. Some say it might be the legendary Mothman, a creature said to appear before disasters. Others think it was just someone in a creepy costume, or maybe even an oddly placed road sign catching the headlights. But the truth, no one knows for sure. L Adventure, a solo YouTuber, set out to explore a remote abandoned house in the Indonesian mountains, a place locals claim is haunted by entities known as Demet. The story goes that after the owner and his son both died there, the house became a supernatural hotspot. As soon as he arrived, Elle noticed strange noises echoing through the area. He explored both houses on the property, setting up CCTV cameras to capture anything that might happen overnight. But while sitting in one of the rooms, things took a turn. Disturbing sounds, unexplained movement. It was enough to make him leave quickly. He never stayed the night. Ben from the YouTube channel 401 Files set out on a solo camping trip to Dalby Forest, accompanied only by his dog, Lily. What began as a peaceful outing quickly turned eerie. He started noticing deflated balloons scattered across the forest floor. Then he found this.
Before the 17th of April, 93D, whatever that means. There's a car acting very suspiciously. He's just done 2 loops of this area. Each time looking out of the window at what I'm doing. It'll be interesting to see if they come back this way.
But the strangest moment came later. A car kept passing by, slowing down as if watching him. Moments later, he noticed the same car driving to a forest barrier.
Well, that's 5 times. I have no idea why they keep doing this. That 4 before, that blacked out 4 before, 4 times has been down this road. And yeah.
back again, so I don't know what's happening. I don't know if they're lost. I don't know if they're concerned about what I'm doing or curious, but okay, so that's strange because I saw the brake lights at the end of the road. I started to record, and once I've zoomed in, I can see that there's a barrier at the end of this road to allow people out of the forest, out of the national park. I saw the barrier go up, I saw the car waiting there, but I haven't seen the car go through. So either it's still parked there, down in like a dip in the road, and we just can't see it, which is weird because I could see it a second ago when the barrier went up, or that car just vanished. I have no idea. But I did not see that car go through the barrier, and I saw the barrier go up, which was strange.
Curious, he decided to drive over to check. Something felt off.
Okay, so I'm going to just take a drive down to that barrier because I want to see if there's a turning there just before the barrier. That car could have maybe turned left or right down, but the strange thing is I saw the barrier go up, so they must have been close enough to the barrier for the sensor to have picked them up. They certainly never drove through the barrier, so I don't know where they went, but hopefully by the time we get to the end of this road, it might make more sense. So they could have gone left there, but that is still... They couldn't have gone left there because the road's closed. So they must have come down further, which I'm assuming they did because the barrier lifted up, and this is way too far for that barrier to have lifted. You know, barriers just don't lift for no reason. There is a turning here, but again, that road is closed off. So, they must have made it as far as the barrier.
Unnerved and with daylight fading, Ben trusted his gut and left the area before dark. This person was out in nature when they spotted something truly strange. A slimy, blob-like creature was slowly moving across the ground. It didn't look like any animal they had ever seen. Despite searching online, there were no clear answers. Nothing that matched this exactly. So, what is this thing? A rare, undocumented species, or just a cleverly staged hoax meant to go viral? If you've seen anything like this, or know what it could be, let me know in the comments. A camper set out on just another solo trip, camping deep in a haunted Indonesian forest. The sun dipped, the fire cracked, and night settled in. Things started to feel off. He set up cameras around his campfire just in case. Good thing too, because while he slept, he caught something. Later that night, something else kept moving outside his tent. He slept through it all, but the next morning, as he reviewed the footage, he realized he hadn't been entirely alone. Something was definitely out there. Might have been a good thing he didn't realize it at the time. While driving through the woods, this person came across a weird sight. A bear stood alone in the middle of the road. It wasn't afraid of the cars, it just stood there calmly. Then, at the end of the video, it slowly sat down, and eventually vanished back into the trees. Fortunately, the bear didn't attack any of the cars or people watching. On May 21st, 2025, Eleanor Grace of Eleanor Grace Adventures uploaded footage of a wild swim in a remote Dartmoor quarry. It started like any peaceful hike.
I don't want to get kicked in the face by a sheep. Oh. It's alright. It's okay. Hello. Yeah, this definitely looks quarry-like, doesn't it? I think we might be nearly there. Oh. Hey, Trip. Oh, you have... You have got to be kidding me. What a hidden gem. Oh, bless him. Right, I'm just going to stand still and let him run. It's quite eerie, actually. Yeah, I don't... Hello? 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 Yeah, I don't think that there is anyone else here. Apart from the sheep.
After navigating the muddy trails, she reached the abandoned quarry and slipped into the chilly water. Then, she heard this.
There's a really, really weird noise coming from up there. I don't know if someone's wild camping and pumping up something, because that's what I can hear. It sounds like that. Either that or it's extremely loud, heavy panting. God, I hope it's someone wild camping. Yeah, it was coming from up there. It is pretty eerie when you're on your own.
The noise grew louder, more unsettling. Even though she felt unnerved, she stayed. But as she decided to return to her car, she got lost in the thick marshland surrounding the quarry.
I don't know if I can get down here. Oh no, I can. Where's the car park? It's in the distance over there. No, how do I get down? Oh my God, I didn't even know that was there. Where the hell is the car? They're everywhere. God, Ellie, you've done it now, love. How the hell did I even get in here? Just wanted a nice swim. A nice little stroll. Of course she chooses to go over marshland and now she can't get out.
Eventually, she found her way back and made it out safely. The next morning, she admitted the place felt truly wrong.
I like to think there's an explanation for a lot of these things, but I'll be honest, that place was eerie as hell, and I don't know if it's because of the noises I heard or just the overall vibe itself, but even more so than the place where I actually swam, this place is where I felt it the most.
This wasn't just abandoned stone and water. The quarry was once a mining site. Could spirits from the past still be roaming around there? A Michigan state trooper had just arrested a woman in the woods. As they stood discussing the situation, this happened. The chase lasted nearly 10 minutes. It finally came to an end when she crashed into something. Thankfully, no major injuries were reported, and this time, she was successfully arrested. For more chills, watch this next video.